Hey guys, what's up? How are you? Happy Saturday. I hope you guys are having an amazing weekend. For today's video, I wanted to share with you guys a TJ Maxx predictions video. So I like making these videos. I would say, well, I used to do it very sparingly, but now I'm thinking of probably doing it about once a month because I have so much to talk about. So it's like, get on it, girl, you know? So the last one that I did of these was about a month ago. I'll have that video linked down below. Basically a TJ Maxx predictions video. It should also be called TJ Maxx Marshall's predictions video, but basically what it is a video where I discuss with you guys makeup products that I personally think is going to be on sale. Now, it's just a predictions video. It's not necessarily 100% true, but based on my theories, my thought process and all of that, most of the time my predictions are usually true, but there are those times where my predictions are not true. But I would say a good 90% of the time, when I discuss something in my predictions video, we happen to see it at TJ Maxx or at Marshall's at one point or another, at one time or another. I would love to hear your feedback on any of the products that I'm talking about today, and if there's anything specific you guys personally think is gonna end up being at TJ Maxx, let me know. Let everyone in the comments know. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and then maybe I could discuss those products in the next time's video. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that I wanted to move over to the side. The first thing that I wanted to speak to you guys about is the Too Faced Rich and Dazzling High Shine Sparkling Lip Gloss. So at the time that I'm filming this is actually in the sales section of Ulta's website. It's retailing for $21 originally, but now it's on sale for $14.70. There are 8 shades in the line, and basically these look really cute. They look bomb. It's a sparkling lip gloss, just as the name states. I feel like they have a really nice selection of shades, and I feel like it'll also look really like duochrome on the lips. Stunning. And then the packaging, love. I feel like even if this is going to go back to its original value, the $21, because of the reason that it was on sale, I think that it's going to end up being at TJ Maxx. I can also see it being on sale more throughout the summer. And then also, I mean, the reviews are amazing on this product, but I also feel like I don't hear about it enough for it kind of not to go to TJ Maxx, you know? So that's personally what I think it's going to be at TJ Maxx. Also, I think this might end up being at TJ Maxx because I think that the Pretty Rich palette is going to end up being there as well, which is from the same kind of line as these glosses. We haven't seen that palette there yet. It was a pretty popular-ish palette about 2 years ago, but I can definitely see that hitting TJ Maxx stores sometime soon, and that leads me to believe that the glosses in the line are going to be there as well. Next, I wanted to speak to you guys about Lime Crime. So Lime Crime is a brand that I feel like see there only at specific times. It's not like a brand that we see there like year round. It's more like they're there for like a month, and then the next month you won't see them, and then you won't see them for another 5-6 months, and then again you'll see a bunch of their products there. So I feel like once we do see a decent amount of Lime Crime, these glosses are probably going to hit the shelves at TJ Maxx. So these are the White Cherry lip glosses. I actually have one on my lips today. Love it. My makeup will be linked down below. I forgot the shade name, but they are so amazingly comfortable. It's like insane. There are 23 shades in the line, and these were recently on sale for the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty event for 30% off. Now, I'll tell you, the reason why I think it's going to be on sale is because also with this one, I don't think a lot of people speak about it enough. I also think that it is a little bit up there for $18 each, even though it is from Lime Crime. But then also because of the fact that it was on sale from like during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty event, a part of me kind of feels like it's gonna be there. I'm thinking to myself, maybe I'm gonna be totally wrong with this one, but I have like this gut feeling that these might end up being at TJ Maxx. Next, I wanted to speak to you guys about the Urban Decay Vice lipsticks. So I think that there are like at least 50 or 60 or I think 100 shades in the line. I feel like the Vice lipsticks used to be everything. I remember when I purchased one, I want to say about 3 years ago for the 18 bucks. I think that's how much it was. It was so hard for me to give that $18. It was just insane for a lipstick. And I feel like now these lipsticks are on sale a lot of the times. I feel like you usually could find them on a bargain either at Nordstrom Rack or on Sephora. Like a lot of the shades are usually on sale, but I feel like a lot of these lipsticks are going to end up probably being at TJ Maxx because of the fact that I think we actually saw a few of these at Nordstrom Rack, so that leads me to believe that they're going to be at TJ Maxx. Yeah, I don't think we ever found any of these lipsticks there. So yeah, that's why I think it's going to be there. But then also I kind of feel like, not that these lipsticks are outdated or anything, but I just feel like they used to be everything maybe 3 years ago when they just came out, and now I kind of feel like people like them, but they're not spoken about enough for, I feel like, it to remain the full price tag. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, for those reasons, I think that they're going to end up going on sale. They have a bunch of gorgeous shades, so if you do end up finding them at TJ Maxx, I would grab them because really, really good. The next thing that I think is gonna be at TJ Maxx. Now this one right here might be a bit much, might be pushing it to the limit, but we'll see. It's just a prediction. This right here is the Urban Decay Naked Reloaded Eyeshadow Palette. The original value of this is $44. The reviews are pretty good. It's at a solid 4-star. I like this palette. I own this one and the Sultry palette. Pretty much the same color story. Both of them have the same color story pretty much. This one right here just is a bit lighter in tone, meaning that like you have to build up a bit more compared to the Sultry palette. I feel like you don't necessarily need to do that because that one is like really pigmented, like right off the bat. The reason why I think this palette is going to end up being at TJ Maxx is because, I mean, this probably doesn't even make any sense. I feel like because we saw the Sultry palette there, so this palette might be there. I don't know if this color story is one that a ton of people love. I personally really like it, but I don't know if it's selling as well as their other naked palettes, you know? I love that they did this though because it is different, but at the same time, it's pretty much very, very, very similar to the ABH palette. This was on sale during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty event, so I feel like when something is on sale, usually during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty event, not necessarily does that mean it's gonna end up being at TJ Maxx, but I feel like it's kind of like leaning towards there. I feel like it just is kind of opening up the doors to possibly like really, really being there, you know, more than other products that are just never, like you just never see them being on sale. So I'm not sure if that whole explanation made sense. It's just, I don't know, I guess the feeling that I have in me, but I think this might end up being there. Maybe not so soon, but I would say in the next year for sure. The next thing that I wanted to speak to you guys about is from MAC. I think that their Lunar Collection is gonna end up being at TJ Maxx, like for sure. I feel like with MAC, a lot of their collections release, it's hyped up, people are loving it for a specific time, and then I feel like no one speaks about them, no one. I'm not really sure why, but then like come 3-4 months later, like we end up seeing a lot of their collections at TJ Maxx. Like I couldn't even believe that I found the Aladdin like products, Aladdin X MAC products at TJ Maxx. I was blown away, jaw officially dropped. And then when I saw those products from the MAC and Aladdin collection at TJ Maxx, that's really what kind of like opened up the door for me to realize that I feel like majority of their collections end up being at TJ Maxx. So I think this one is specifically going to be there because it was for the lunar year, and then after the year is over, I'm not sure if a lot of people are going to be interested in this, so that leads me to believe that this is for sure going to be there. There aren't really any reviews on any of the products. I would say the packaging of the items look pretty cool. It's not 100% my vibe, but yeah, that has nothing to do with anything really, but I just wanted to throw that out there. I think that if these do end up being at TJ Maxx, I would probably purchase them for the sale price tag, but you know, $18.50 for a gloss and $20 for a lipstick, that I'm not 100% crazy about to begin with. I'd rather just save my money and then hope for it to be at TJ and then purchase it for like the, you know, $7, $8, $9, $10 price tag. Next few things that I think are going to be at TJ Maxx soon are probably the BH Cosmetics chocolate palettes, chocolate and vanilla palettes. So first of all, when I saw these, I was like, is this from Beauty Bakery? That was like the first thing that popped into my mind. I don't know if BH Cosmetics is trying to like maybe, I don't know if the word is copy them, or maybe they got inspired by their Beauty Bakery kind of products, but this just reminded me of that. These are so cute. They're just so cute. And for $12 a piece, honestly, if we do end up finding these at TJ Maxx, I think it's probably going to be like $4.99, $5.99, or $6.99. Definitely better than the $12 price tag, but I still think for $12 for how deliciously cute these are, I feel like this is a yes, no, maybe so video now. I need these in my life. I think I might end up picking 1 or 2 up, even for the $12 price tag, because they're so cute. But a part of me still kind of feels like this is going to end up being at TJ Maxx. With BH Cosmetics, I also feel like a lot of their items are very seasonal in a way, and like it's hyped up for a little bit, and then I feel like not a lot of people speak about their products, so they end up being at TJ Maxx. A lot of their collaborations end up being at TJ Maxx as well, which surprised me a lot because I don't know, I feel like it just doesn't make any sense. But then I'm thinking maybe they released, let's say 100,000 pieces and 98,000 pieces sold. And then, you know, it's been like 6 months and no one's really buying it anymore. Then those 2,000 pieces are scattered around a bunch of TJ Maxx's. I feel like that's kind of how it really kind of works. I don't know, that's my theory. The next thing that I wanted to speak to you guys about is also from BH Cosmetics. This is the Crystal Zodiac 25 color eyeshadow and highlight palette. So I think this is the second addition to their Zodiac palette. I know, okay, the Zodiac palette is right there. This Zodiac palette was literally, I want to say everything. And when I saw this palette at TJ Maxx, I was like, no, there's no way. But then again, it leads me back to my theory of, I feel like X amount of pieces sold, but then there were still like, let's say 1,000 or 2,000 pieces that weren't selling well, and they wanted to get, you know, the ball rolling again. So they just kind of scattered those pieces throughout TJ Maxx's across the US and then TK Maxx across the UK. But yeah, because this palette was at TJ Maxx, I really feel like the second edition is going to be at TJ Maxx. Mainly because I feel like it's not as hyped as the original one. Firstly, I like the colors in this one more than the second one. And then also, yeah, the second palette, I feel like the shades are just not really speaking to me a lot. There are only 17 reviews out of 4 stars, so some people are liking it. There are a decent amount of people who are not liking it. For BH Cosmetics, 27 bucks I feel like is a tad bit up there. But yeah, I just feel like this is going to end up being at TJ Maxx because of the fact that I don't see it doing as well as that one, and then the original one did so well, but it was still at TJ, so I have no doubt that this is going to end up being there. The next thing that I think is going to be at TJ Maxx is from CoverGirl. This is a newer release by CoverGirl, and I'll tell you, I was in the middle with this foundation to begin with. Then when I self-tanned, I used a deeper shade, and I was like, hey, I'm really feeling this. I feel like a lot of times when I self-tan, just shades look better on my skin. I don't know what it is. But then when I went back to using my regular shade, which is Porcelain / Fair, I kept using it. First of all, I feel like the scent is a bit too much. It's a vegan formula, and as I kept using it, I feel like my face just felt so beyond irritated. It's kind of like the Bite Change Maker foundation. I feel like it falls under the same lines. I don't know if it's like the vegan ingredients that are included in here. I would love to support that, but I feel like it makes my face so scratchy, so dry feeling, and so cripply and like old looking. It's interesting. It's like I somewhat liked it, and I'm like, okay, hey, great, I like this. Then I use it again and again. I'm like, no. I know that a lot of people are loving this, and I know a lot of people are absolutely hating this. So a part of me kind of feels like their intention was good with this foundation. Love that CoverGirl's cruelty-free. Love that they're doing the whole vegan thing. But I think that this might end up being at TJ Maxx. I don't see it as a product that is selling too well. Again, there are a lot of people who are liking it and hating it, but I also feel like there's still a decent amount that are probably not being sold, so those might end up being at TJ Maxx. And it's interesting because even the Vitalist Healthy Powder that I love, I think that was doing pretty well, but it ended up being at TJ Maxx. It was being discontinued. So yeah, I think this is just going to end up being at TJ Maxx. The next thing that I think is for sure going to end up being at TJ is the L'Oreal Paradise Enchanted Scented Eyeshadow Palette. This is $15. I feel like with drugstore, they need to lower the prices. The reason why I definitely think it's going to be at TJ is because we actually found a lot of the peach blushes at TJ Maxx and at Marshall's. I still have a little bit of footage of TJ Maxx that I haven't posted yet, like literally a 4-minute clip. But the week before that, I found, I think, 2 blushes, and then in that clip that I haven't posted yet, which I'll eventually post, I found more of the peach blushes from L'Oreal. So that leads me to believe that this is going to end up being at TJ Maxx because it's from the same line. A lot of the items that are from the same line end up being at TJ Maxx. And then also, I used to own this. I think I ended up decluttering it, or maybe it's in my drawer still, but I don't even use it. This is not a vibe. This palette is not a vibe. The shades are very powdery. They don't really apply nicely on the eye. I would say if you're maybe just starting out with makeup and you need something really like light to work with, this might be good. But I feel like even so, I just don't see that the quality is there with the L'Oreal eyeshadow palette. And I don't know, I feel like it's a little bit disappointing because it's just, they didn't really work that well, and I wasn't 100% feeling it. The next thing that I wanted to speak to you guys about is from Too Faced. I think this is going to be the final item I'm going to speak to you guys about. It's actually a new collection, or a new addition to their Tutti Frutti lines. So they're going to be releasing a Papaya Palette, which is going to retail for $34, and then a strobing bronzer highlighting duo in Toasted Pine, which is $30. So this is the second pineapple duo that they're releasing. They released one 2 years back, which had a lighter bronzer, which works great for fair to light skin tones, but the highlighter in there I feel like is a bit too dark if you do have a fair to light skin tone. If you have a medium skin tone, it should work out well. But then now they released this one, which is geared for people who do have a deeper skin tone. They're also releasing this newer palette, the Papaya Palette, which I'm sure is going to smell amazing because their other palettes smell so good. One of them smells like peach tea, and then I don't know, the other one smells really good too. I ended up purchasing both for the full price tags, but I got a free like really cute tote bag from Ulta, so it was kind of like a freebie situation, so it was fine. But we did find the 2 original palettes at TJ Maxx. So again, just leads me to believe that this might end up being there. Probably not right away, because I feel like this is going to be a really hot summer item, but I also kind of see it just hitting TJ Maxx stores maybe in August, which feels like forever away, but at the same time I don't feel like it's so forever away, you know. I also think they did pretty well with the release of this, because I remember when they released the Tutti Frutti collection 2 years ago, they literally released it I think in July, maybe even August, and I just felt like they missed the ball drop, because with these releases, it's important to release seasonal items 2 months at least in advance before that season actually approaches, so that, you know, people can get it, can create looks, and then feel comfortable using it during that specific season. I feel like that's like that with clothes as well. That's why a lot of times we see, you know, boots being sold and being the hot item that's being sold like August, because people are preparing for the winter. So anyways, that is pretty much it. One second, let's move this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. Let me know what you guys think of the products that I discussed. If you disagreed with me or if you agreed with me on the items, I would love to hear what you guys have to say. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.